Justin, you got a different team to what you did last week, but you just couldn't get the result. When you look at the numbers all in your favour, can you believe that you, with 63 to 34 inside 50s, 44 to 29 clearances, you haven't won the game?
Yeah, well, clearly. Yeah, and that was the difference in the game. Clearly, was their efficiency inside forward 50 and our inefficiency going forward. Yeah, what we kick 83 points from over 63 inside 50s. So, yeah, we needed more bang for buck. Yeah, fell into bombing the ball in there probably a little bit too much, and at stages we're just unpredictable with those long kicks, and their backs were very good in the air, and they held up well all night. So yeah, it's disappointing when you look at the scoreboard, but I think a lot prouder of our effort. Thought we had some focuses going into the game, and we got a lot right, clearly. And it was disappointing that we didn't get the job done on the scoreboard. But like I said, we got a lot right.
How hard is it when you have to sell the message to the guys that they've done a lot of the things you wanted them to do and dominate a lot of part of the game, but they haven't got the result that they're desperately after from a morale perspective? What do you say to them?
Morale was fine. And even morale last week was no one was walking around. They were disappointed, but we approached the review in the right way. They wanted to make amends. Morale's not an issue, and we try and get away from reviewing the scoreboard. When we even we had our better wins or worse losses, we don't review the scoreboard. We review the method and trademark and those types of things. So this would be no different. Like I said, we got a lot right, so the review will be, I'd imagine, reasonably positive.
Going into attack, what would you have liked to have seen differently?
Review it, but mixture. I think we look low. There's a few in the last quarter where we're running through the corridor, and you get defenders in those situations who are pressing, and you just need to. It looks enticing to kick 50 metres to a one-on-one, but quite often the options are 20 metres away, and it's a short kick, and you look to connect. At worst, we've got to give our tall forwards more of a chance than the defender. And what I mean by that is we're a bit haphazard with the way we kick the ball in there at times, and down the other end, the maturity that they show just to take the extra step, scan the ground, and look to, at worst, get it to their tall's advantage. We just need to find a little bit more consistency in that area of the game. And then I thought we became unpredictable with our long kicks inside forward 50 at times, and then that doesn't allow you to defend behind them as we would have liked. So there's a bit to work on. Clearly, 63 inside 50s for I think it was 6 marks. It's not making the most out of the opportunities, is it?
Yeah, and Sean Darcy looked pretty devastated on the bench. What exactly is his injury?
We'll work that out. See how he pulls up tomorrow. I don't think it's significant. It's he's got a. I think they called it a jarred knee. So in a kick, I think. So came on. He was sore, so it was just opportunity to sub him out. We needed to go a bit smaller, and once he was sore, it was just a good opportunity to pull that lever.
Talk about going smaller. Is your tall structure working? You mentioned the 6 marks inside 50, but 3 of those are to Dudley. He's not a tall there. What is it that's just, you talk about that unpredictability, but is it that you are too tall in there?
I'll review it. Yeah, it's a good shout. We'll review it. I think there's opportunities for us to lead a little bit more and try and draw the ball on the lead. With that, to get that, you need to be able to create space for each other to be able to do that. I think we've had some pretty good games this year where we've marked the ball a lot inside forward 50. So, we would have had 3 tools on that occasion. So, some of our inside 50s are coming from repeat entries as well, and there's a lot of density, so you actually need your tools in those moments. But, we'll review it and find the patterns and get to work.
Structurally, though, I guess it was the 3 key key tools and then 2 ruckmen on top of that.
Mm.
Did you sort of get what you wanted from that, and what was the sort of thinking with
Well,
that?
no, you say no. It's just an obvious question in some sense, because I mean, if you do that, you'd get 60 inside 50s. You'd love to be marking it, 15 to 20 times. So, yeah, we didn't get the result out of that we would have liked. But it's not all on the tools. Like there's times in that last quarter where we could have steadied and just taken another couple of steps and kicked it to their advantage, and then all of a sudden, if the kicker's a little bit more precise with their kick and takes a little bit more care with their kick, maybe you're getting another 5 or 6 marks inside 50. So, I think it's a little bit simplistic just to say it's not the tool, it's the tools' fault. I think we've got to help them more as well.
How hamstrung are you at the moment by the number of injuries that you've got? You're throwing blokes into different positions at the moment to try to get them to cover for those holes. Does that have an impact when you try and get your ball movement going and get the ball into the hands of the right players right now?
Yeah, bits and pieces. We're talking about the last kick going inside 50, aren't we? So, you're doing a lot right when you got 63 inside 50s. Bolton played more midfield tonight, and I thought he held his end of the bargain up, added to the midfield mix. Then, injuries, it is what it is. I would love all those guys that aren't playing to be out there, but clearly we created enough opportunities. Won the inside 50s in every quarter, and only won one quarter. It's a bit of not making the most at one end, but not holding up at the other end. Like that was disappointing as well. Like to concede 97 points from 34 inside 50s. It's too big a score, and a bit of that. We know they're a good forward half team. And at half time, 7 of their 9 goals had come from front half, and felt like 4 or 5 of those were on us. Just gifting the ball back and not doing the right thing in our back half. So there's a bit to unpack, but really it comes down to their efficiency versus our efficiency was the difference.
Is Bolton now going to be more permanent mid after seeing it tonight, you reckon?
We'll see. It's probably a bit of a change. He probably ended up playing 15 minutes a quarter instead of 5 or 10 minutes a quarter. So it wasn't a big change, but I like what he did.
How hard is it to keep encouraging players to take the game on? You mentioned those turnovers that proved so costly. I mean, I think 4 of them directly, led to their goals. How hard is it to just keep, biting off that kick when it doesn't come off? It's costing you dearly.
Yeah, the biting the kicks off was one aspect of it. I thought ball security was another part of it. Like, of course, Luke trying to kick it to Piercy and it gets intercepted by Hill. Of course we want that one back, but we asked him to change angles. We asked him, Collingwood Pro and you're playing in straight lines. Those ones you'd probably cop if you're going in with that sort of focus. It's probably more the first quarter where I think we had side bottom intercepted a handball in D50 and then hacked it to the goal square and they took a mark. It's those ones where our ball security can be a bit better in those moments. They're probably the ones I'm talking about in D50 that we need to tidy up. Last quarter, Chris sort of intercepts a handball, we've got first possession and then snaps a goal. It's more those ones when we've got the ball in our hands and we can just hang on to the ball for a little bit longer and trust ourselves in those moments. They're probably the ones that ring in my mind.
Is that the next level you need to get to?
We've been pretty good in that area. We spoke about that before the game. It's been one of their strengths. It's one of their major scoring sources, and we've actually been pretty good at looking after the ball in our back half. And tonight under pressure, we probably just didn't handle that area as well as we would have liked.
Collingwood captain Darcy was a bit vocal post-match about Schultz and how he felt the game should have been stopped when he was concussed, irrespective of him being a former player of yours. Do you have a view on players in that situation?
Yeah, it would have been nice if it had been stopped. Yeah. Hope he's okay. I know he's had some concussion issues in the past, and it's never great to see anyone in those moments, let alone someone I've worked closely with in shooter and have a lot of respect for. So fingers crossed that he recovers well. Yep.
Thanks,
Thank you.